Why in the heck is Digimon Story Time Stranger not coming to the Switch 2 day one? It's baffling to me. Let's talk about this. So, I've been a Digimon fan since it originally started back on, I want to say, the original PlayStation. That's how long this series has been around. I watched the cartoons growing up. My favorite season was season 2 because it had Vmon. And Vmon was always my favorite. I just thought his design was cool. They never really had they do have a Bearmon, but they don't have like a big, huge bear other than the teddy bear guy, at least not with the originals. They might have one now. I haven't really kept up with the franchise for quite a while. The last Digimon game I played was Digimon, I believe it was World or Cyber Sleuth. I can't remember which one came out after, but Digimon World, the newer one, I played it for probably about 50, 60 hours, and I got to one of the late game segments, and I was powering up my Digimon, and I got them almost ready to go for this dungeon, and then one of them died. And I was like, son of a mother. So I had to go through and power level him back up, and then the other one died. And this happened like 2 or 3 times, and eventually I just gave up. The whole dying mechanic killed Digimon World for me. Cyber Sleuth, on the other hand, I put like 200, maybe 300 hours into that game on the PlayStation 4, and I go back and play it every once in a while. Cyber Sleuth it's like the perfect game. They don't die. It's a lot like Pokemon as far as how you level up and stuff. It's literally just a turn-based RPG. You can go through, you can earn them all. There's like a Digidex, if you will. The world itself was kind of because it's just tiny little zones, and it was like a rat maze. It's like old school game design where you had to get up to this point, you'd have to walk all the way around and get up to it and follow the maze, even though in any other game you could literally just jump over there. I hate it when games do that. Anyway, so Digimon Cyber Sleuth, gameplay wise and the Digi collection wise, was awesome. So to see Digimon Story Time Stranger kind of be like an evolution of that formula, I'm ready. And I did not play Digimon Survive because I did not like the art style and I did not like the gameplay style that they were going with. It's like, why didn't they just keep making the Cyber Sleuth game? Like, we got Cyber Sleuth 1, Cyber Sleuth 2. I was going to play Cyber Sleuth 2, but I never got around to it because other stuff kept coming out I wanted to play. I do have it on the Switch 2 and the PlayStation, so I have choices of what to play it on. I should probably play it on the Switch 2. That'd be kind of fun. I should see what it looks like. But I could have sworn they had some sort of like progression transfer from the first one to the second one, and so I'll have to check into that. Correct me in the comments down below if I'm wrong about that. The biggest thing that annoys me about the Digimon games is how how in Pokemon games you can literally trade your Pokemon over to the new game once you beat the game or it's enabled or whatever, or they update it. Not all Pokemon can be transferred, but a lot of the ones that you've had in previous games can. Since Digimon always tries to do something different, it's like always starting from scratch. And so if they release a new game every single year or every couple of years, you don't really want to start from scratch. And I think that's part of the reason why they do different games, is because of that fact. They're like, oh, this is a totally different style game, so it's okay to start over. Like Digimon Story Time Stranger, it's been long enough since I played Cyber Sleuth and Digimon World to where I'm probably going to get it day one. I just am shocked it's not coming to the Switch 2. I mean, what a missed opportunity. Obviously, it'll come to the system probably next year. I'm going to guess March, maybe April. It all depends on like factors, right? I don't think it's going to be too demanding for the Switch. I mean, if it is, they could always just lower the resolution and stuff. It's a turn-based strategy game, or turn-based RPG, if you will. So it shouldn't be that difficult to get it on the Switch too. So I would like to wait for it, but I'm a huge Digimon fan. Just like I'm a huge Pokemon and Power World and all those type of games fan. I love monster taming games. They're really fun. It's one of the reasons why I like Ark Survival so much. Not for the survival aspect, but the fact that you can tame dinosaurs and ride them around is freaking awesome. Ark Survival kind of feels like a grown-up version of Pokemon because you can go around and collect all these dinosaurs. Unfortunately, they can die on you, but you can put them in like these little cryo balls, kind of like Pokeballs, which I believe was a mod that they made like real. They actually officially put it in the game because it was such a useful tool, and it kept the servers from getting bogged down. So I always like monster taming games. other than wrestling games, I think it's my favorite genre. So, because, I don't know, I just like collecting little creatures. I think it's fun. It gives you something to do. I like battling. I just love having all these different characters. And since I suck at fighting games now, because my reaction time isn't so good and I don't have the patience to master fighting games. And plus, most fighting games are, after you beat the 1 hour or 2 hour story mode, it's literally just you play online against other people. And I'm not a big fan of playing online against other people. I just want to run through arcade mode with every character, unlock different endings. That's why I like Street Fighter 6 so much. It actually had a single player mode. It was awesome. I ended up beating the game, and then I was kind of hoping they'd keep adding to it, but they did add a couple things with Mai and Terry from SNK Games, and a few of the characters are in the story mode now, which is really cool. So I did go back and play it for like another 10 hours when Mai came out. That was fun. But anyway, I'm baffled. I'm completely baffled why this is not coming to the Switch 2. But we all should know why, right? They're going to bank on the double dippers, the people that buy games twice because, oh, I want this on my Switch 2 also. They don't care if you actually play the game. They just know you're going to buy it, because the same thing happened with the Switch 1. When the Switch 1 came out, when we were all super hyped about it, it's like, oh, I want to see what the Switch version plays like. Oh, I can play it anywhere. But I don't think that's going to work as well as it did with the Switch 1. And there's a few reasons for that. For one, what if all these games that get ported later are just key cards? Like, if it's just a key card, I don't think collectors are going to care to buy the game twice to have it on the Nintendo Switch, because it's not technically a physical game. It's not. And one of my early videos on this channel was saying why game key cards are a good thing. And I'll just sum it up because it got a lot of dislikes. The only reason they're a good thing in the future, let's say there are no more physical games, and the future of gaming is key cards. And Nintendo figured it out. All the systems do it, the key cards. The only saving grace from that is that key cards can be sold and traded with other people. You can give it to your friend if you want them to play the game or borrow it. You can trade it in, get some value from it. It keeps the second-hand market alive, even though you don't actually own the game. It's just a card to access the a server. It gives you some sort of value to your digital game. Because right now, currently, if you just buy digital games like Steam, your entire Steam library is worthless. It's like, oh, I own all these games. Nope, it's a license, even on Steam. I think, what is it, GOG is the only one where you actually get to keep the game forever digitally. You just go back and download it. I think that's their website, yeah. But yeah, unless you have the physical game, like on the cartridge, and it's playable, it's you don't own anything. So that really sucks. So my Switch 1 library is pretty big, and about 85-90% of them are actually cartridges with the game on it. They're not like download codes or special key cards, although key cards didn't exist back then. It was code in a box. I think the only one I bought that had to have a download was Monster Hunter Stories 2. It says on the box in tiny letters, download required. I was like, what? And I was really, really annoyed by that. And Capcom was notorious for that. And even the Mega Man X collections. Like the Mega Man X collection, I think only the original Mega Man game is on the cartridge, and then the rest you have to download. It's like, that is bullcrap. They could have easily fit those on the cartridge. And it annoyed me so much. And then they put the bundle with Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2 together. 1 is on the cartridge, and 2 you have to download. It's like, you couldn't put them on the cartridge? Like, now you have enough space? It's like, it annoys the crap out of me when companies do that. Anyway, so, are you bummed out that Digimon Story Time Stranger, I almost said Cyber Sleuth again, is not coming to the Switch 2 yet? I feel like it's a huge missed opportunity to get the hype train. I would have pre-ordered it immediately if it was coming to Switch 2 on the Switch 2, because I like my RPGs where I can play them on the TV or on the go, because then you can level up and power level while you're watching TV, while you're going to the store or something, or obviously you don't play while you drive, but you know what I'm saying. Like, let's say you're waiting at the DMV, you're taking a dump, you're over at a friend's house and you're waiting for him to get ready. You could power level a couple times and then put it in sleep mode. That's why I like RPGs on the Switch. Now, if it's a big, huge, action-oriented game, clearly I would prefer those on, let's say, the PlayStation or the Series X, right? The Xbox, because they have more power to really utilize for those games. Anyway, I've blathered on long enough. Let me know how you feel about Digimon missing the Switch 2 at launch. Hopefully it's not a long wait, but it's got to be coming. It'll sell a crap ton of copies on the Switch 2. As always, stay frosty.